The phenomenon of rich celebrities and athletes lecturing us on social justice is something that demands a little sociological understanding and explanation. So here is LeBron James, the basketball great, giving us a sermon on the Jacob Blake shooting. Watch this.
Black men, black women, black kids, we are terrified because you don't know. You have no idea. You have no idea how that cop that day left the house. You don't know if he woke up on the good side of the bed. You don't know if he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You don't know if he had an argument at home with a significant other. You know, if one of his kids said something crazy to him and he left the house steaming. Or maybe he just left the house saying that today is going to be the end for one of these black people. Because we see it over and over and over. There was multiple, if you watch the video, there was multiple moments where if they wanted to, they could have tackled him. They could have grabbed him. You know, they could have done that. And why does it always have to get to a point where we see the guns firing and his family is there, the kids are there, it's in broad daylight, and it's this through the grace of God that he's still living. Like 7 shots, close range, and he's still alive. That's through the grace of God right there. And my prayers goes out to that family and that community. But I got nothing nice to say about those cops at all.
Now, I'm not saying that LeBron James and others like him don't have a right to speak about politics or that they're unintelligent when they address political issues, but I want to probe what's really going on here. We all saw the videos of the Jacob Blake shooting. It's very clear the guy was resisting arrest. It's very clear that he dives into his car to get something. And what was that? A sandwich? I doubt it. Probably a weapon. The police had every right to believe that they were in danger when he did this. That's why they opened fire. It's also clear that this was not a good guy. This was not a guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. He wasn't jogging. He's a guy with a rap sheet for violent crime, sexual assault, that kind of thing. So we can debate, did they have to fire so many shots? Could they have subdued him some other way? There are processes to figure this out. So what's LeBron James sitting in his living room doing, sort of giving us the truth about what really happened and what it really means? I think what's going on is something quite different. A power move, if you will, under the surface of morality. What's going on is that LeBron James makes a whole lot of money, about $100 million to be precise. Now compare LeBron James with some white guy who is a foreman or a postman or an ordinary blue-collar guy making $50,000 a year. LeBron James makes 2,000 times more than that guy. And for what? For bouncing a ball. And LeBron James doesn't want to have that debate. He doesn't want to have to explain why he has all this privilege that enables him to live a life that the other guy can barely even conceive, the level of luxury involved in that kind of life for the super rich. LeBron James doesn't want a class debate. So what does he do? He kind of switches the lens in the camera. He moves deftly from class to race. Why? This way he can claim moral superiority over the white guy. This way he can legitimately say, you owe me, buddy. Why? Because you have white privilege and I don't. The cops could do this to me, but they wouldn't do it to you, even though that's nonsense. In reality, there's no reason to believe that the cops would have acted any differently had this Jacob Blake been white or Hispanic or whatever. So what we're getting from LeBron James is ultimately an effort to camouflage his own privilege, to stick the privilege on some other guy so that he can falsely pose as a victim.